Hi everyone, Miranda Pitrone back here with you to do another mandala video. Today I'm going to be painting on this lovely little stone here, which is almost a perfect circle. And these stones, I painted the black mat on this part, but they are flat rounds. And you can find them at Capcouriers. They're on Amazon. And I'll post the link in the description to where you can shop for these stones if you're interested. So these are just a hair over, just about 2 inches in diameter. So that'll be the size of the design that we're doing today. And I kind of put together a hodgepodge here of some greens, turquoise, white, and we'll get a little mixture of those going for our mandala. So I've actually had some requests for doing a mandala with brushes again, so I'm just going to do this one with brushes, but you can do the same design using your dotting stylus tools. I'm actually going to show a larger round brush because I'm going to do a larger dot in the center. And just to show you guys, I know a lot of you are having a hard time with this and doing larger dots. So that is usually what I use, but you can also use the larger round acrylics. So I just wanted to show you that that was a possibility today. Okay, so if you want to find this exact center of the stone, you can measure this and do the half of 2 inches. So obviously at 1 inch you could put a little X mark, but I'm just gonna eyeball it here to find my center. I usually stick a little fingerprint there, and then I get a good amount on my brush. So you can see it's just about dripping off. And this is to do the larger dot in the center, and I hold my brush fairly perpendicular, and you just kind of have to push it down a little bit and wiggle it into a circle, similar to using the smaller brush, but it is just a gentle drop, wiggle it into a circle, press lightly depending on the size of the dot that you want. And you can always, I have paper here that you can always practice doing different size dots beforehand depending on what you want for your center. But these are just round, soft acrylic brushes. There's no magic. It just takes a little bit of practice, just like any tool, to make dots. Alright, so I just used the Mermaid tail from the Decoart color line this year to do our center dot. And then I'm going to go around it with a row of the whitewash, cotton ball, any of those white ones. They're nice bright whites. They'll work. And one of the things you can do to evenly space out is the plus sign method for the cross, where you just go top, bottom, and side to side. So top, bottom, side to side on your stone. And I can show you that one. And then I want a fairly good amount. Sometimes you can just do 1 dot in the center of each of these, and that'll create a different shape, but today I'm going to do 2. So you just kind of want to space them out evenly in between the 2 that you put down. And again, with the brush, I'm just pushing down gently and wiggling it around into a circle, and just kind of wiggling the paint into position. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Shoreline blue. It's a little bit lighter. We're going to go in between every other section here of the white dots. It's going to be every other, not every space, every other space. Okay, next I have Bahama blue. And then we're going to go above the shoreline ones that we just put down and make a little bit larger dot above each of those. So if you're doing it with the dotting tools, it's probably your 2mm. If you have the rainbow set, it's probably the blue, the larger end of the blue. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some of that white, and we're going to do one small ring of dots around the larger one that we just did with the Bahama blue. Okay, now I'm going to grab the Peacock Teal. Just kind of like a little bit of a darker turquoise type, and I'm going to start at the bottom here with our larger dots and just head up to the top, going around the white ones that we did. It's a larger dot down the bottom, and then you're just letting them get smaller as you go up around to the top part of the white there. Alright, so that looks kind of like a little, I don't know, six-sided octopus. But I don't know what that is. Septopus is 7, right? My brain's not working yet today here. But I decided we need a little pop of color, so I'm going to go switch it up to the purple Pizazz. And we're going to do about the same thing we just did on the other side, except we're going to shoot the arm up over the turquoise, the desert turquoise that we put down. So going to start at the bottom again. And you're going to work your way up and around, but kind of angle it out so that we're shooting it up over the top. This is always an attractive thing to do for me for some reason. I enjoy the lopsided, sort of asymmetrical type colors and designs. Plus putting this purple in here will help kind of transition to the green. It'll show up when we put a little green one in here. Okay, so next I'm using Festive Green. And I'm going to get quite a large amount of paint on my brush because I want to do a larger dot in here where the purple connects to the turquoise on the other side, on that little inlet there. I just want a big dot of the Festive Green. Alright, so this next green is one of the multi-surface ones. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. It's not the neon. It's the apple green multi-surface satin. And we're going to get a decent sized amount on again because we're going to do a larger green dot over the one that we did here. Just like that. Such a bright, cheery spring green, but it's summer. You can still have greens for summer. Alright, now and actually while this green is still wet, I'm going to grab a little bit from the dots that we just put down. To put some nice tiny 2 rows of this one around the dot that we just made. I just realized I don't have my glasses on. That probably would help me. I had a little mishap there, but so I'm actually dipping. These are starting to dry a little, so I don't want to poke at those dots. So I'm actually dipping back at my palette, but it's the same apple green. Alright, now let's do, I think I'm going to do a row of white around these, and then we'll do some swipes in between there. Alright, now to sort of tie in that mermaid's tail from the beginning, we're going to grab that and start at the edge of the stone, push down hard, and then just lit up at the top of that purple. Start at the edge, push down, and let it. Alright, let's do the two on either side with a little bit of lavender. It's a little bit lighter than the purple pizzazz that we used earlier. And I'm just going to actually follow the trail around the whites and drag it down in here. Alright, so now that things are starting to kind of dry in the center and the big green I believe is dry enough to do this, I'm going to use the light lime and do a top dot on top of our green apple, larger one there. And I think to kind of carry that lighter blue out here and tie it in, I'm going to grab that Bahama and we'll just do a dot on either side of our little swipes here. That way too it kind of brightens up that little area. It got a little dark still in there. Alright, and there we have our finished little stone. And there's all sorts of designs that it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can just start off in the center and go this way, do different amounts, do larger, smaller. It'll take you a different direction every time, but each mandala is just a super fun time painting. So I hope you all enjoyed creating this one with me today. And again, as usual, I'll post all the links for the products used in this video and other places you can find me online. And any helpful hints or tools or things that pop up after I can post there too. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you all in the comments, and I hope again that you're all doing well, and if you are looking to find other videos of mine, you can scroll through I have tons of videos on the feed, or if you're looking to find out when my new videos come out and get a notification, just click on the little bell and subscribe. I know you guys hear that all the time, but I noticed there's more people watching my videos that aren't subscribed, so I appreciate you all that are, and if you guys that are not are looking to see more, please feel free to check that out. Alright y'all, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all again soon.